Well, joining me now is a man who has been steadfast in cutting through the lies of the left. He's the host of the Michael Savage Show podcast. Our good friend, Dr. Michael Savage, is here. So who do we believe, Dr. Savage?
Gotta believe me, Grant. Thanks for having me on. We heard through the grapevine that if Putin continues to threaten Ukraine, that Biden is going to cancel all servings of borscht at future state dinners with Russia. But even worse, there's a distinct rumor going around that Biden's going to cancel all piroshkis at future Ukrainian state dinners. But on a serious note, not on a food note.
He's not canceling pipelines. He's not canceling pipelines, so at least he cancels something, right, Dr. Savage?
The piroshkis, but I know we have short time here. I thought through this.
Yeah.
This is a deep chess game, and China's playing us here. What's happening here is China wants to suck us into some kind of dispute over there militarily in Ukraine, weaken us further after this disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan under General Biden, where we lost billions of dollars of equipment. Men and women were killed. There's a rape epidemic. The military is depleted and demoralized right now. What could be better for China, who has eyes on Taiwan and the South China Sea territories, than sucking Uncle Sam into another war that we do not need? That's the big winner here. And so if I were advising a Republican president like Donald Trump, I would caution any further involvement. I've been publishing this for a month straight. There's no blood for gas, zero U.S. national security interests in Ukraine. Our open border is a greater threat than their open border to Russia. Who does he think he is fooling? And by the way, Grant, you know and I know, NATO membership will not prevent war. It's a nonsensical point of view.
Right.
The only thing Biden has to do is say to Putin, all right, we're not going to expand NATO into Ukraine. We're not going to permit Ukraine to join NATO. We're not going to put missiles on the border in Ukraine facing Russia. And I guarantee you Putin would withdraw his troops.
But I don't want to give Putin anything. Putin doesn't get to dictate to me. If I'm president of the United States, I'll say Ukraine can do whatever they want, and I'm going to put missiles wherever I want to put them. You're not going to move, otherwise I'll take you off the international banking system, and your economy will be crushed.
I would disagree with that.
You can disagree. I want to ask you one question before you go, because here's what I think is brilliant.
Missiles in Mexico facing America?
Well,
if
I think you're going down.
Mexico facing America, what did Kennedy do when they put missiles in Cuba?
The United States isn't putting missiles there. The United States isn't going to put missiles there. We haven't put missiles there, and it doesn't matter anyway because this is all of. But Dr. Savage, you and I both know missiles on the land is a big joke. We've got submarines. We can launch missiles from air and sea that can get there just as quick. It's not 1960 anymore.
Why do we need to put them on the land in Ukraine?
Well, we don't. But I tell Putin. But I tell Putin you don't get to dictate. I may put them there, I may not put them there, but you don't get to tell us what to do.
I don't think we could just say that to a country that's a thermonuclear power. You're talking about a negotiation, not a dictation. You can't just say to him, we're not going to do this,
why would you negotiate with them?
Don't do this. That's a road to war. And what we need, Grant, I think we all need to pull back and understand we're dealing with life and death here. This is a disaster that
All right, one question for you, because you say negotiate with him. Would you ever trust Vladimir Putin?
Would you trust Joseph Biden?
I don't trust either of them. No. But if you don't trust Vladimir Putin, then you can't negotiate with them.
Well, I wouldn't say you can't negotiate with Russia. You can negotiate with any country on earth. Remember one last point. Okay, Khrushchev moves missiles into Cuba. Kennedy freaks out, rightly so. He says, get them hell out of Cuba. So, okay, it was a standoff. We saw the missiles leave Havana or Cuba. But what we did not see is that Khrushchev withdrew the missiles that were, he forced Kennedy to withdraw the missiles from Turkey that had been put there facing Russia. So there's always a quid pro quo.
Yes, but these are old problems in war. We don't have those. Right now, they've got a nuclear submarine probably parked off the coast of Long Island. And
then why
and it could blow us up at any moment if they want to.
But why are we arguing over Ukraine?
Dr. Savage, I want to say this before we go. Your thought on China is unbelievable. That is what everybody needs to be focused on, because I'm sure they want our eyes off the ball when the big ball is China through all of this. That is a brilliant take. It really, really is. All right. More from Dr. Savage later in the week. I promise you that. I love having him on.